This is Dr. S. Mohan Lakshmi, Professor and Head, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology, Kanyakumari District. And in this lecture, we'll see about the IoT implementation tools. So, what are the implementation tools, either with respect to hardware or software? So, in this particular lecture, we'll see very specific to the introduction to Python. Something like why we are using Python, how it helps in the IoT system. So on completion, the students will be able to illustrate the reason behind Python in IoT development. Students will be able to describe how the Python is used in backend, and they will also explain about the supporting protocol, which is MQTT protocol. So Python in the Internet of Things. What is the reason behind Python in IoT development? So it has certain specific features. So it is easy to code. With a clear syntax, developers we get an idea on code identification instead of the parenthesis. Then it has simple syntax, so which is similar to the English language. Interpreted language, so it runs on interpreter system. The code can be executed as soon as it is written. Prototyping can be very quick, so it is embeddable. So Python allows integration with other languages. It is possible to put our code in other programming languages like C++, etc. Extensible Python is extensible language. It allows developers to write programs with fewer lines than some other programming languages. Portable. So Python code is portable. There is no need to change the code for different machines. You can run one code in many machines. So these are the very special features of the Python, and that's the reason we use in the Internet of Things. And still we have some more to add, which is free and open source, which is well known that it is an open source language. Its source code is freely available to the public. You can download it, change it, and distribute it. Then most of the community supports this Python as it has a very huge response on the above mentioned features and easy to learn. Learning and implementation of Python is relatively simple and easy when compared to other native languages like C++ and Java. It is easy to debug Python as it is one of the better language to debug than C++ and C. Then here library support. So it support lot standard libraries. So it is installation of the library is also easy, and that's it saves time. So what are the best solutions for IoT in Python? So Python, this can be used for IoT in different platforms. So one is on Raspberry Pi, the other one is on Pi board, the third one is ESP8266 or ESP32 with MicroPython. So we'll see one of this thing, so which is Python on Raspberry Pi. So Python is pre-installed in the operating system, and the only objective is to write the coding script. We can control the IO ports on the expansion board of the Raspberry Pi. The board supports wireless communication, either it is a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi or even the Ethernet. Ethernet. We can also connect a monitor to the HDMI output, a specialized 3.2 inches 320 into 240 TFT LCD or a low energy consumption E-Link. So thus this is a display of the Raspberry Pi. And coming to the controllers of the IO system, it can range from the Raspberry Pi 4 model to the smallest Raspberry Pi Zero, which all will support the Python programming language. So use of Python in an IoT backend. So Python as a backend programming language can be used for the Internet of Things in many ways. Some of them are MQTT protocol with Python most, which is the Python most familiar, and it can also used as an IoT backend on Flask in Python. Then Microsoft Azure IoT backend in Python. So we'll see about the MQTT protocol with Python, which is most familiar. So this is one of the most popular connection methods for IoT devices, and it is a protocol used for effective implementation with Python. So it is a machine-to-machine IoT thing connectivity protocol, which is designed as a highly lightweight publish subscribe messaging transport. It is used to connect to remote locations where a small code footprint is needed and the network bandwidth is premium. The Python client library called Eclipse PAHO MQTT implements various versions, right from 3.1 to and 5.0 of the MQTT protocol. So the code present in this library, it will offer a client clause that allows applications to link to an MQTT broker in order to publish the messages, subscribe to the topics, and receive published messages. It also delivers some helper functions to make things simpler in publishing on off messages to MQTT servers. Moreover, this library supports Python 2.7.9 and above or 3.5 and above. So these are the possible assessment questions listing the special features of Python, best solutions for IoT in Python, explain briefly MQTT protocol. Thank you.